श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अहो वकीयं स्तनकालकूटं जिघांसयापाययदप्यसाध्वी लेभे गतिं धात्र्युचितां ततोऽन्यं कं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधातु पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्वंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Dear devotees, we'll have a couple of minutes of Nam Sankirtan, and after that I'll continue with the lecture on why do devotion to Radha Krishna. Radhe 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 Shri Radhe
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 Radhe Shri Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe
Oh Radhe 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 Shri Radhe
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 Radhe Shri Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe
Radhe Shri Radhe
Oh Radhe 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 Shri Radhe
Radhe
Radha Rani ki. I've been discussing a very deep topic with you. Who is Radha and who is Krishna? So let me give a bit of review before I move further ahead, because there is a big test at the end of tonight's lecture. So you all have to ace it. So let's review some of what we've learned so far. Who is Shri Krishna? He is Radha. And who is Radha? She is Krishna. And who are Radha Krishna? They are Supreme God. So you learned yesterday that all the male forms of God are Ansh of Shri Krishna, and all the female forms of God are Ansh of Radha. And that Ansh is different than us being an Ansh, because we are Ansh of Jeev Shakti, whereas all the forms of God are Ansh of Swarup Shakti. There's also a third power as well, which we're not discussing very much this week, Maya Shakti. So out of God's unlimited powers, these three are main. Maya Shakti, the external power; Jeev Shakti, the marginal or in-between power, neutral power; and Swarup Shakti, the internal power. Swarup Shakti out of these three is supreme because that's God's supreme internal power. All of God's personality is related to his Swarup Shakti. How is it that he's ever blissful? Because of Swarup Shakti. How is it that he's all-knowing? Because of Swarup Shakti. How is it that he's omnipresent? Because of Swarup Shakti. How is it that he can take avatar in this world but still remain in his divine abode and still remain omnipresent and still reside in each person's heart through his Swarup Shakti? So Swarup Shakti is the supreme power. It's God's personal power. And all forms of God are Ansh of that Swarup Shakti. So we actually have a word for that, Swansh. Swa means one's own. Swansh. So all the male forms of God are Shri Krishna's Swansh. All the female forms of Goddess are Radharani's Swansh. And we are also Ansh, but we're not Swansh. There's a different word for us. It uses the word Vibhinna. Vibhinna means distinct. We are Vibhinnansh. So we're still related to Shri Krishna, but we are not Shri Krishna. That's the difference. We're related to him. We're his Ansh of his Jeev Shakti. But Vishnu, Shankar, Brahma, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, Durga, these are all Swansh of Radha and Krishna. So since Radha and Krishna are the Anshi and all others are their Swansh, that means they are the Avatari and all others are their Avatar. This is why we call Shri Krishna Purnatam Purushottam Brahm. All the powers are only revealed in Shri Krishna. If he is revealing most of his powers but just concealing some of his lovingness, some of that prema shakti, then he is Ram. Radha is Sita. And if he and Radha are fully concealing that prema shakti, then the sweetness and lovingness is kept completely hidden, and they are only amazing in their almighty godly dignity as Vishnu, Lakshmi, Shiv, Parvati, etc. Or if Shri Krishna's all his powers are dormant, then he is formless God. But all the forms of God come from their source, Radha and Krishna. So this partly answers the question that we started with. Why do devotion to Radha and Krishna? Because if you do devotion to Radha Krishna, you've already done devotion to everybody. Yatha taror moolanishechanena tripyanti tatskandha bhujopashakha Vishnurmahan pranopaharat Chayathendriyanam tathaiva sarvarhanamachyutejya. The Bhagavatam tells us, using an analogy. So again, think of that big oak tree down the hill. You need to give it water. Now the whole tree is comprised of roots, trunk, big branches, smaller branches, twigs, leaves, flowers, fruit, the acorn. All of that needs water. If someone doesn't have full knowledge of how a tree works, they might take water and try to sprinkle it on all the leaves and twigs and branches and pour it down the trunk, and none of that is necessary. All they have to do is put water on the root, and all those other parts of the tree are automatically nourished without doing anything else. Just put the water on the root, automatically the leaf and the twig and everything else gets the water. This is what Bhagavatam is saying, that if you worship Radha Krishna, you've poured the water on the root. All the other forms of God are automatically worshipped. They're already happy with you. You don't have to worry about, I have to keep this form of God happy and that form of... For one, they're all one and the same. And for two, they all are only none other than the forms of Radha Krishna themselves. So if you have worshipped Radha and Krishna, you have worshipped everybody. You've already pleased everybody. Just like Bhagavatam gave this second analogy. You eat food, and automatically all the cells of your body are nourished. They get strength and energy. You just have to put the food in your belly. You don't have to think about how is it being digested, how is it going into my blood and going to each and every cell in my body. Just eat the food. Similarly, just do bhakti to Radha Krishna and everybody is satisfied. All the forms of God are satisfied. So this is one reason why do devotion to Radha Krishna. We'll get to some more further ahead. I also explained to you in this topic of the relationships between the different forms of God, the topic of the three governors of our Brahman. So I told you that Vishnu, Brahma, and Shankar, they're the three governors of our Brahman, but they're not the only Vishnu, Brahma, and Shankar. A Brahmand is made up of three sections: the Sattvic section, Rajas section, and Tamas section, according to the three qualities of Maya. The Sattvic section is called Swarg, where you go temporarily as a result of good actions, as a reward. The Rajas area is where we are now, Mrityu Lok, the earth. And the Tamas area is called Narak. That is where you go temporarily as a result of bad actions. So that's one unit. So that means the Earth planet plus the sun and the solar system. The physical solar system is Mrityu Lok. Then we have Swarg and Narak. That's one planetary system called a Brahmand. Brahmand comes from the word Brahma because Brahma is the creator of one Brahmand. Brahma ka and. And means egg, because our planetary system is egg-shaped, oval-shaped. So it's called a Brahma and or Brahmand. Our Brahmand is not the only Brahmand in this universe, because we all know there are limitless galaxies in the universe. And even within our galaxy, there could be hundreds of thousands of other Brahmans. Many of the stars we see would be suns with earth planets, a proper Brahmand with a Vishnu, Shankar, and a Brahma over there governing that Brahmand, and those souls living over there. And when the galaxies are limitless, it means that the number of Brahmand are also limitless. And there's a Vishnu, a Brahma, and a Shankar in each and every Brahmand, which means there are unlimited Vishnus, unlimited Brahmas, unlimited Shankars, and they are all Ansh of Mahavishnu, and he is Ansh of Shri Krishna. To explain this further, I told you that when Shri Krishna, who is absolute supreme God, wants to create the universe, he takes his first Pratham Purushavatar as Mahavishnu, that we call Karanarano Vashayi. He activates Maya, and this whole universe is manifested. So Brahma is not the creator of the universe. He finishes off the creation of one Brahmand. Mahavishnu, the first Purushavatar of Shri Krishna, creates the universe. Then his second Purushavatar becomes omnipresent in the universe. Garbhodashayi Vishnu. Then his third Purushavatar, Tritiya Purushavatar, appears in a Brahmand. So he has uncountable Tritiya Purushavatar called Kshirodashayi Vishnu, because he sets up his branch office called Kshir Sagar in each and every Brahmand. So just like you can have a home office and then you can have local branch offices, the divine abode of Almighty God, where Paramatma, all the almighty forms reside, Vaikunt, has a branch office in each Brahmand. That's called Kshir Sagar. So the third Purushavatar of Shri Krishna, Kshirodashayi Vishnu, he resides in each and every Brahmand with he has like a divine space within the Swarg area, within the celestial dimension. He has his embassy set up over there. That's why when the Devtas are in trouble, they go and visit the embassy. First they go to Brahma, because his abode is the topmost one of Swarg. Then they pray to Kshirodashayi Vishnu, because he is the one who is tasked with maintaining order in this Brahmand. So they go to him, and then he says, "Ha ha, theek hai, main aa raha hu. Ab tum log jao." He says, "Okay, I'm coming. I'll take care of things." They can't go directly to Shri Krishna. They can't go to Vaikunt abode of Mahavishnu or beyond that, Golok and Vrindavan of Shri Krishna. They can only visit the embassy, Kshirodashayi. So that's why when people see in the scriptures, they went and talked to Vishnu, and he said, "I'm coming," and then Krishna came. So that means Vishnu came as Krishna. No, it's not possible. Can the branch manager behave as the owner? No. The owner can behave as the branch manager if required, but the branch manager cannot become the owner. Similarly, Vishnu of one Brahmand is only Ansh of Krishna's Ansh. He can't come as Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna is Purnatam Purushottam Brahm. Vishnu of our Brahmand is Ansh of his Ansh. Because Mahavishnu is his Ansh, then Vishnu of our Brahmand is his Ansh. So he's Ansh of his Ansh. So people get confused, but the fact is most of the avatars that happen, Narsingh avatar, Varaha avatar, Buddha avatar, all the avatars you hear about, that's Vishnu of our Brahmand who has come in that form. But there are two exceptions. Ram and Krishna cannot be the avatar of Vishnu of our Brahmand. They come directly, Swayam Bhagwan aate hain apne golok se. They come directly from their divine abode. So, what is the importance of all of this? The importance of all of this is to understand that yes, Shri Krishna is absolute supreme God. And Radharani is his female form. So I told you the easiest way to understand who Radha is just by saying she is Krishna. End of discussion. But actually there's more depth to the topic, because if you look into it further, you would find that Shri Krishna fails to understand who Radha is, even though she is none other than him. So we started to explain how this is possible. Although this is a divine situation that's beyond material intellect, nonetheless, in order to understand why it's to our benefit to do devotion to Radha and Krishna, it will help us to understand this. So this is also a review from yesterday. In order to start explaining this, I started talking about Krishna's powers. And I said he has three main powers. Although his powers are unlimited, three are main. I already mentioned that tonight as well. Maya Shakti, Jeev Shakti, Swarup Shakti. Out of those three, Swarup Shakti is the most important because that's his personal power, his internal power. That Swarup Shakti, let me explain a little bit in Hindi. Swarup Shakti ke teen bhav hain. Sat, Chit, Anand. वो भी मैंने कल आपको बताया था. Teen bhav. Bhav in English would be like quality, you can say. Krishna's three qualities, Sat, Chit, Anand. तो भाव का भी भाव होता है, उसको अनुभाव कहते हैं. तो सत भाव का अनुभाव है संधिनी शक्ति, मैंने कल बताया था. चिद भाव का अनुभाव है संवित शक्ति, जिससे भगवान सर्वज्ञ होते हैं. संधिनी शक्ति से भगवान का ऐश्वर्य होता है, सर्वशक्तिमान रहते हैं. अच्छा, तो सद्भाव का अनुभाव संधिनी शक्ति, चिद भाव का अनुभाव संवित शक्ति और आनंद भाव का अनुभाव आह्लादिनी शक्ति. So these are the terms. So since Shri Krishna is Satchit Anand, therefore his internal power, Swarup Shakti, manifests in three ways. The Sat aspect is his almighty power, Sandhini Shakti. The Chit aspect is his power of all-knowingness, Samvit Shakti, power of knowledge. And his Anand aspect manifests as the power of bliss, Ahladini Shakti. Now, Sat is included in Chit, and both Sat and Chit are included in Anand, therefore Anand is supreme. So if Anand is supreme, it means the Anand aspect of Swarup Shakti is also supreme. In other words, the power of bliss is supreme. Ahladini Shakti is the supreme power in the divine world. Tasya Shaktayastvanekadha Hladini Sandhini Jnanecha Kriyadya Bahuvidha Shaktayah Taswahladini Variyasi. Radhikopanishad says, Variyasi means supreme. Ahladini Shakti is supreme. Out of all of God's powers, the power of bliss is the absolute supreme. However, the power of bliss also has an essence. So see, God's main power is Swarup Shakti, his internal power. The essence of Swarup Shakti is his power of bliss, Ahladini Shakti. But the essence of bliss is love. Hladini Shakter Paramasar Taro Premanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji says the essence of Shri Krishna's Ahladini Shakti is Prema Shakti, the power of divine love. This is how far we got yesterday. And I told you that this power of divine love is so great that whereas all other powers are Krishna's powers and he controls them, even though Prema Shakti is still his power, but he is controlled by it. Think about that for a second. Absolute supreme God, all-powerful, is ruled by one thing, divine love, the Prema Shakti. Because of this Prema Shakti, Shri Krishna, when he's under the influence of it, when he allows his Prema Shakti to manifest, he stops acting like God. He even forgets himself that he is God. That's why when he plays with his friends, he's really playing with those boys. Just as friends play. It's not pretend, it's for real. When he whines to get into Mother Yashoda's lap, he's not putting on a show, he really wants to get into her lap. We'll talk about that tomorrow in the conclusion of this lecture. So we understand now that although Swarup Shakti is the most important power of Shri Krishna, its essence is even more important, Ahladini Shakti, the power of bliss. And its essence is even more important, the power of divine love, Prema Shakti. Okay, we still haven't gotten to Radha. So we have to now look at the detail within Prema Shakti. Prema Shakti has 8 levels. Prem is also called Bhakti in the divine world. Prem and Bhakti is the same thing. So the first level is Prema Bhakti. The second level is Sneha Bhakti. Third level, so Prema Bhakti, Sneha Bhakti, Man Bhakti, Pranaya Bhakti, Raga Bhakti, Anuraga Bhakti, Bhavavesh Bhakti, and the 8th level is Mahabhav Bhakti. Higher and higher levels within the power of divine love. So we're going higher and higher. This Mahabhav is the highest level, so it is the essence of the Prema Shakti. See how we've gone in this progression? The essence of Swarup Shakti is Ahladini Shakti, essence of Ahladini Shakti is Prema Shakti, essence of Prema Shakti is Mahabhav. Hladini Shakter Paramasar Sei Premanam. Premer Paramasar Sei Mahabhav Jani. Sei Mahabhav Roop Radha Thakurani. Now we're getting somewhere. The very form of that Mahabhav is Radha. the source of, the form of Mahabhav is Radha. But even that isn't telling the full story. Because Mahabhav itself has different levels. So within Mahabhav you have Rudha Mahabhav and Adhirudha Mahabhav. Adhirudha is higher. Within Adhirudha Mahabhav, again, this is all within the stages of or area of Prem. Within the Adhirudha Mahabhav, you have Madana Ras and Modana Ras. Ras means the nectar of divine love. Madan and Modan Ras. So up till here, Krishna experiences. Now we're answering the question, why can't Krishna understand who is Radha? Up to Madan and Modan Ras of Mahabhav, Shri Krishna experiences, and in fact, even the gopis experience. But beyond Madan and Modan Mahabhav, you have Mohan Mahabhav. Madan and Modan Ras are in Milan, when Radha Krishna meet. But the higher form is in Mohan Mahabhav, when Radha is in Viraha, when she's missing Krishna. That Mohan Mahabhav itself further heightens into 10 divine states of ecstasy, which are only experienced by Radha and only revealed in Radha's body and behavior and actions. It's called Divyonmad. If you know the Brahmar Geet of the Bhagavatam, it's a famous chapter in the Bhagavatam. It has 10 shloks only, and each of those 10 shloks describes in a very secret, codified way, it indicates these 10 states of Divyonmad of Radha. But there's something even beyond that. It's called Madanakhya Mahabhav. This is the absolute peak. There's nothing beyond that. Madanoyam parat parah rajate hladini saro radha meva yah sada. Rup Goswami says, there's nothing beyond Radha because she is the Madanakhya Mahabhav. So this is why Radhika Upanishad says, Ta swahladini variyasi paramantaranga bhuta Radha. The absolute supreme essence of all the divine powers is none other than Radha. Isliye Krishnena aradhyate iti Radha. You might have been wondering, I told you what the name Krishna means. Why didn't I tell what the name Radha means? Well, it's told right here in this Upanishad. Radha means the one who is worshipped by Shri Krishna. Why? Because she is, imagine, that divine love power is so dear to Shri Krishna, when he gives it to one of his devotees, he becomes subservient to that devotee. And Radha is the essence of that divine love power. So he worships Radha as his soul. Radha Tapaniya Upanishad says, Yasya renum padayor vishwabharta. Shri Krishna is the ruler of this whole universe. But when he gets a chance, if he sees Radha stepped on somewhere and there's a little bit of dust or dirt where she stepped and that came into contact with her lotus foot, he quickly goes and picks that up and puts it on his head. Think of that. Supreme God, who is worshipped by even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, is running after trying to get Radha's foot dust. Jagad bhartur vishva sammohanasya Shri Krishnasya pranatodhikamapi. This Upanishad goes on to say that Radha is even more than Krishna's life. That's how he feels. She is more dear to him than his own life. Radhaiva radhyate maya Brahmand Puran. Shri Krishna himself says, I worship Radha. Yasya renum padayor Yasya anke vilunthan Krishna devo golokakhyam naiva sasmaradham padam. Gopal Radha Tapaniya Upanishad goes on to say, if Krishna just lays down with his head in Radha's lap, he forgets about the bliss of his divine abode, Golok. He forgets everything, he even forgets his own self. One time Krishna, remember I told you he comes in disguise sometimes to try to, can you imagine? Krishna knows everything, but when he looks at Radha, he's fascinated because he can't understand her beauty. He can't fathom the depth of her love. So he just wants to see her from all different angles, even though she is none other than him. But it's a complex divine situation. So he comes in disguise one time as a bangle-selling girl. He got dressed up as a gopi and came with baskets of bangles. And his idea was, if Radha wants to buy some of my bangles, I'll get to try them on her wrists. She'll have to try on different bangles, so I'll get to be very close and I'll get to have that experience. So he came, gopis saw this beautiful new gopi and called her to come in and brought her in front of Radha. And Radha was trying to look, oh, this is a very beautiful looking gopi, but she seems very shy. She's keeping the veil over her face and she's not looking at me. So she started, inquiring, oh, what's your name? And Krishna says, oh, I'm Savari Sakhi. It means dark complexion gopi. And where do you live? And who's your husband? And all this. Radha's asking questions and Krishna's just demurring. He's kind of avoiding and being shy, and he's avoiding eye contact because if he looks at Radha, he may fall unconscious. He can't take all that bliss that he gets from Radha. So he could just fall unconscious, then the Leela is over. So he's avoiding looking directly into Radha's eyes, which is arousing her curiosity. Like, why is this gopi so shy? Nonetheless, now Krishna, although he knows nothing about fitting bangles, now these are not your ordinary metal bangles that you get. These are actual glass bangles. Now to fit glass bangles on someone, of course the bangle has to be tight, right? To get it on takes some skill. So Krishna has seen these bangle-selling girls come to his house and put the bangles on Maya. So he tried to remember, oh yeah, they use a banana leaf. So he goes and plucks one banana leaf and comes. And gopis are watching like, does this bangle-selling girl actually know what she's doing? So Krishna is kind of figuring it out on the fly. So he puts the banana leaf and tries to put the bangle over Radha's hand, but as it goes, it breaks. And he keeps trying and he keeps breaking more and more bangles. He's unable to fit them properly. He doesn't have the skill. So the gopis are really becoming suspicious. Is this a bangle-selling girl or not? And each time, Radha is making a little sound because it causes a little bit of pain when it breaks. She's doing that. So that sound is also starting to go into Krishna's heart. And he's getting more and more intoxicated, and plus he's touching Radha's hands. He's getting more and more intoxicated, and finally, at one point, he just says, "Ha Bhanu Dular," and he falls like that. And now at this point, Radha realizes who it is. And some of the main gopis, like Lalita, she realized who it was. So she said that, it's good to give them some privacy now. So she made up some excuse and got all the gopis to go out. And then Radha just held Krishna in her lap and waited for him to regain consciousness. So this is the Leela depicting this amazing divine situation which I tried to explain to you about Krishna being Supreme God and yet being unable to fathom the depth of his own other form, Radha's beauty and love. Because within that field of Mahabhav, Krishna cannot reach to the Madanakya Mahabhav where Radha is. So when he does try to, his mind drowns. He's unable to absorb all of that bliss and love. So this is why Shri Krishna worships Radha as his soul. Although the word Radha, the name Radha, also has the other meaning. The one who worships Krishna, Radha has both meanings. Comes from the root Radha. So it becomes Radha in both cases. The one who is worshipped by Shri Krishna is Radha, and the one who worships Shri Krishna is Radha. And we find both types of Leela. However, the saints of Vrindavan, they know the secret that Radharani, Shri Krishna in the form of Radharani, is the queen of the Leelas of Vrindavan, because Shri Krishna in his form as Shri Krishna cannot reach the depths of who Radha is. So this answers the question, who is Radha? To some degree, we have some understanding of that. We've also discussed in depth who is Shri Krishna, and we've started to answer the question, why do devotion to Radha Krishna? I partially explained that today when I told you that by worshiping Radha and Krishna, you have already worshipped everybody. However, there are a couple of more factors that make devotion to Radha Krishna very beneficial and easy for the people, especially the people of Kali Yuga. So what these reasons are, I will explain to you tomorrow when I conclude this lecture series. Bolo Radha Krishna Bhagavan ki. You ready for your quiz? I have so many things to choose from today. Okay, what are, out of Krishna's unlimited powers, what are the three main? Starting from the beginning. What are the three main? Nandu. Say it again. Jeev Shakti, Swarup Shakti. No, what's the third one? Maya Shakti. That's right. Okay, out of those three, which is the most important? Swarup Shakti, right. Okay. What are the three bhav of Swarup Shakti? Swarup Shakti ke teen bhav. Yes, Neha, right? Sat, Chit, and Anand, right. And do you know what Sat means, Chit means, and Anand means? Anand means bliss, yeah. Chit is like Chetan. What's that? Okay, Chit, you know? Yeah. Yeah, Chit is as a quality means to be alive, and Sat means eternal existence. So then these three bhav have their three anubhav. They manifest, the Swarup Shakti manifests itself as in three ways. So we refer to these as three different powers. So what power does Sat manifest itself as? Yes, Pankaj. Sandhini Shakti, which is the power of, in English? Anybody know? Sandhini. Yes. Yeah, God's almighty power. And the Chit Bhav manifests as, let somebody else. What's the power that manifests from the Chid Bhav? Ishan? Samvit Shakti, that's right. So that is God's power of all-knowingness. And Anand Bhav manifests as, you know, Hladini Shakti, which is the power of what? Bliss, that's right. And out of Sat, Chit, Anand, which one is supreme? Do you know? I forget your name. In the blue shirt. Yes, you. Do you know Sat, Chit, Anand, which one is supreme? Anand, that's right. And out of Sandhini, Samvit, and Ahladini Shaktis, which one is supreme? Shruti. I'm picking on everybody tonight. Out of Sandhini, Samvit, and Ahladini Shakti, which one is the supreme power? That's right, Ahladini Shakti. And Madhuri, what is the essence of Ahladini Shakti? Somebody can whisper her the answer. Give her a hint, Kishori. No, Ahladini Shakti means the blissful power. What is the essence of that? Yes. Love. What's the Hindi or Sanskrit word? You're right. Prem. Prema Shakti is the essence of Ahladini Shakti. And what is the essence of Prema Shakti? Yes. Mahabhav. Right. So how many levels were there of the divine love? 8. That's right. So Mahabhav is the topmost one. And then within the Mahabhav Bhakti, what's the highest of that? Do you remember? Madanakhya Mahabhav. That's right. So when Kripaluji Maharaj explains that, he says that's Radharani's reserved seat. Nobody else, not even Krishna, can reach to that Madanakhya Mahabhav. Okay, couple other things. Does anybody remember Shri Krishna's 3 Purushavatar, right? So what is the first Purushavatar called? Do you remember that name? Yes. It is Mahavishnu. What's the technical term though? Ka starts with Ka, you know? Ka or Nad or no Vashai. That's right. And what does he do? Why does Krishna take that avatar? When he wants to do something. Do Srishti. That's right. Of the whole universe. Then what's his second Purushavatar? Anybody else? One of you guys remember? Were you here for that part? What does he do in his second Purushavatar? You remember? No? Yes, Neha. That's the third one, basically. Yeah. So the second one is he just becomes omnipresent in the universe. Garbho Dashayi Vishnu. And the third one is what? Kshiro Dashayi Vishnu. And what is that? Yeah, so he actually there's a Kshiro Dashayi Vishnu in each and every Brahmand. And then out of his navel comes the lotus that produces Brahma. And then Brahma knows, okay, I think I'm supposed to create something, but how to do it, I don't know. And he tries meditating and he can't figure it out. So finally he prays to Krishna. Krishna gives him the knowledge of Vedas. Then he creates just our Brahman. What's left? I think that pretty much covers it. Did I forget anything? Okay, so why does, other than the fact that it's natural, Radha Krishna are one and they both worship each other, they both do devotion to each other and serve each other, but putting that fact aside, why does Shri Krishna worship Radha as his soul? Based on all of this, all of this was just to get to that point. How would you answer it? Just as succinctly as possible, without giving a 3-day lecture like I had to answer the question. Anyone want to try? That's correct, but why can't he? So why is Radha Krishna's soul? Think of all those powers, everything. Who can give the whole sequence? Nobody. Starting from Swarup Shakti to Radha, what's the sequence? So out of all the unlimited powers of Krishna, 3 are main, right? Maya Shakti, Jeev Shakti, Swarup Shakti. Out of those 3, Swarup Shakti is most important. The essence of Swarup Shakti is Ahladini Shakti. The essence of Ahladini Shakti is Prema Shakti. The essence of Prema Shakti is Mahabhav. And that is none other than Radha. Another way to understand this is that Radha is Krishna's Shakti. And without that Shakti, Krishna can't do anything. In fact, Radha is all those powers, not just the divine love power. She is the Sandhini Shakti, she's the Samvit Shakti, she's the Ahladini Shakti, she's all of that. So, because of the Sandhini Shakti, Shri Krishna has a form. Without that, he would only be Nirakar Brahm. Because of the Prema Shakti, he does loving Leelas. Without that, he would just be Mahavishnu. So, he's fully dependent on his Shakti, Radha, for all of that. That's why he worships Radha. Plus the fact that even within the realm of divine love, she holds that highest seat of Madanakya Mahabhav. Okay, so let's do a couple minutes of Kirtan. Try to focus your mind to do some Roop Dhyan. Radhe Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Radhe Govinda
Radhe Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Radhe Govinda
Radhe राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो राधे 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 राधे गोविंदा
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 राधे राधे गोविंदा भज राधे राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो राधे राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो राधे राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे गोविंदा भजो राधे राधे गोविंदा
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की
जय।
श्रीमत् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे।
That was an amazing lecture. Thank you so much, Swami Nikhilanand.